What is critical thinking in 2 pages from our textbook, or 8 slides in this video? These are the rules that are basic to all human reasoning and to all correct human reasoning. The fundamental structure of all reasoning is the movement of the mind from premises, the reasons for something, to conclusions. 2 basic kinds of reasoning are inductive and deductive. Inductive reasoning moves from particular premises to general or universal conclusions. This swan is white, that swan is white, 100 swans of white, therefore all swans are white. Deductive reasoning moves from general or universal premises to more particular conclusions, such as all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. Thus, there are 3 checkpoints of any deductive argument. 1. All the terms must be clear. 2. All the premises must be true. 3. The argument must be logically valid. A deductive argument is logically valid if its conclusion necessarily follows from its premises, invalid if it does not. Thus, logic or critical thinking does nothing more than make explicit the rules everyone knows innately by common sense. Thus, there are 3 questions you should habitually ask of any argument. 1. Are the terms all clear and unambiguous? 2. Are all the premises true? 3. Is the reasoning logically valid? If an argument is a bad one, then you can show that there is either 1. An ambiguous or unclear term, 2. A false premise, or 3. A logical fallacy, that is, a mistake in reasoning. There are 3 acts of the mind. These are simple apprehension, such as my perceiving a tree; judging, that is, making a proposition about the tree is green; reasoning, an argument that follows from the simple apprehension and the judging. Thus, the mental products that correspond to these acts of the mind are concepts, the products of conceiving; judgments, the products of judging; arguments, the products of reasoning or arguing. These mental products are expressed in 1. Terms, 2. Propositions, 3. Arguments, such as the syllogism. Examples of a term is man. 2. The example of a proposition is Socrates is a man. And an example of an argument in syllogistic form is all men are mortal and Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. There are various structural parts of critical thinking. Terms themselves have no structural parts. They are either clear or unclear, such as tree or man. But otherwise, they are about one thing. They are units of meaning. Propositions have a subject term and a predicate term, such as in the proposition, the tree is green. Tree is the subject term, green is the predicate term. Or the proposition, Socrates is a man. Socrates is the subject term, man is the predicate term. In a proposition, therefore, something, the predicate, is said about something else, the subject. The tree is green. Green is said of the tree. Socrates is a man. Man is said of Socrates. Arguments have as their structural parts premises and conclusions, such as the premises, all men are mortal, and Socrates is a man, and then the conclusion, therefore Socrates is mortal. Thus, the 3 most fundamental questions we can ask about anything is 1. A term answers the question what it is. A proposition answers the question whether it is. An argument answers the question why it is. Or, terms reveal essences, what a thing is. 2. Propositions reveal existence, whether it is. 3. Arguments reveal causes, why it is. So, there are several crucial questions in critical thinking. Whether one is thinking well or not depends on whether 1. Terms are clear or ambiguous. 2. Propositions are true or false. 3. Arguments are either valid or invalid. Thus, in critical thinking, there are 3 important questions to ask. What do you mean? Define your terms. What's the point? What's your conclusion? Why? Prove it. This concludes our first video presentation for critical thinking. Thank you.